Hello, my name is Ariel, and today I'm going to be talking about overconsumption and what it does for the environment. Picture this: a closet full of clothes that you never wear, a kitchen stocked with food that often goes to waste, and gadgets that collect dust in a drawer. Now think about how often we find ourselves buying more clothes, more food, more stuff, all while still feeling like we still don't have enough. What if we looked at things differently? What if instead of focusing on owning more, we focused on truly valuing what we already have? Overconsumption isn't just about the stuff that we accumulate, but it's also about the habits we create, the resources that we use, and the impact that it has on the world around us and our environment. But this isn't about guilt. This is about recognizing the power that we hold. Every decision to consume thoughtfully is a step towards a future where less is more and where we live not for excess, but for a purpose. Overconsumption affects almost every aspect of our life. It drives climate change. It fills the world with useless waste. It threatens the health of our environment. It causes excessive greenhouse gases to be used and strips the earth of its natural resources. Today I will be focusing on three main points: the impact that excessive waste and pollution from overconsumption has on our environment, including the oceans, how overconsumption contributes to the stripping of natural resources like oil in forests and water, and what we can do to reduce our environmental impact, and how we can move towards underconsumption. Now, buying more things leads to more waste and pollution, which impacts our environment, wildlife, and the oceans. The production of goods releases harmful greenhouse gases, contributing to air pollution and accelerating climate change. Factories burn fossil fuels, releasing carbon dioxide, methane, and other pollutants into the atmosphere. These emissions not only warm the planet, but also degrade the air quality, harming both the environment, wildlife, and human health. There was a study in 2015 that found that the production of goods and services was responsible for up to 60% of global greenhouse gas emissions. When people buy less stuff, however, they get immediate drops in emissions, resource consumption, and pollution. The factories that produce these products impact the amount of plastic and microplastic pollution in our oceans. Millions of animals die every year due to eating plastic and microplastic. When buying items that are trendy for a short time, it creates this never-ending cycle of buying and then throwing away, which leads landfills and oceans to grow and grow with pollution. An increase in trends coming and going at a faster rate leads to an increase in the amount of waste that people contribute to. Plastics have been shown to affect the reproduction in animals, in humans, and has serious implications for the food chain, especially in oceans and the plankton. Overconsumption significantly accelerates the depletion of natural resources. It demands more materials than the ecosystem can sustainably provide. Modern societies like ours that are driven by consumerism and the pursuit of economic growth often prioritize short-term convenience over long-term sustainability. This leads to industries extracting resources like timber, fossil fuels, water, and minerals that are unsustainable rates, pushing ecosystems to their limits. For example, deforestation to meet the demands of agriculture, paper, and wood products destroys natural habitats and reduces the planet's ability to maintain carbon, contributing to climate change. The greatest example of deforestation would be what we all know as the Amazon and other rainforests. The desire for tropical hardwoods, oils, and other minerals that are found in these rainforests in the short term leads to long-term damage that can sometimes be irreparable. So that bamboo thing that you want to buy that claims to be more sustainable is actually not accurate. Overfishing is also another major issue in overconsumption that we don't think about that affects the biodiversity in the oceans. It decimates the fish populations globally and disrupts the marine food chain. The extraction of fossil fuels like coal and oil and natural gas exhausts finite resources and leads to the destruction of landscapes, such as mountains and wetlands, all while fueling carbon emissions that drive global warming. As the extraction of these resources increases, the ecosystem would be degraded faster than we ever seen, and beyond their ability to bounce back. We will see the permanent loss of not only the biodiversity in the world, but the extinction of species, as we have already seen throughout the last 10 years. But also an alarming rate of increase in carbon emissions with little to no way of bringing them down. This all sounds really scary, right? That's because all of these things are a very real possibility due to the way in which we are taking advantage of our planet. This Earth is the only one that we have, and just because we're here for a short time does not mean that we should take advantage of it and abuse it. We live in a society that is constantly in the buy, use, throw out, rebuy cycle. It may be difficult to start a journey to stop your overconsumption. You might think that you have to go all or nothing, or that you can never buy anything fun for yourself. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Sometimes it's the small things that make the greatest impact, and it's the small things that we can do to reduce the need for overconsumption and unnecessary waste. We can start by evaluating our needs for making purchases. Avoid impulse buying and prioritize high-quality, durable materials and products over disposable or low-quality ones that, even though they may seem cheaper, they're cheaper for a reason. For these items that you no longer need, consider donating them or selling them or repurposing them rather than discarding them. Ask yourself, do I really want this thing, or was it just shown to me a bunch of times on social media? These small but consistent changes can significantly reduce your contribution to overconsumption. Another impactful step to reduce overconsumption and adopt sustainable habits is to reduce your reliance on resource-intensive products. Try using reusable alternatives such as cloth bags or stainless steel water bottles and washable napkins that can replace single-use items. One of the biggest ways in which you can help reduce overconsumption is to support your local and small business. This reduces the shipping and packaging costs of products to be sold overseas. Local businesses often focus on quality over quantity. And yes, that does mean that it might be more expensive, but I promise you that spending $40 on a t-shirt that was made locally will last way longer than a $5 t-shirt from Temu or Shein. Like I said before, changing the mindset is not going to be a quick and effortless process, but neither is repairing the environmental damage that humans have caused on our planet. Change does not require perfection, only progress. And with just simple changes like buying local or repurposing what you already have, we can make a small and positive impact on climate change. And without changing our habits, the points that I've made before will just get worse and worse. The excessive waste that we contribute to from overconsumption will destroy our natural environments and raise the amount of air pollutants. We're stripping the earth of its natural resources faster than they can replenish. And I hope by the end of this, you will at least try to make the conscious effort to do what you can to reduce the mass overconsumption epidemic that has infected our modern society due to social media. Think about the process that it took for your Amazon package to arrive on your doorstep, or what it took to make the $5 shirt from Temu that I said earlier. So let us redefine success, not by how much we own or how much we use, but about how much we value our planet, our wildlife, and our future generations. There is hope, and we have the power to break the cycle. Together we can build a future where we consume not for excess, but for balance. Thank you.